Hello guys and welcome back by this new crypto live stream. And in today's live stream, of course, we're gonna discuss all the charts and the current status of the crypto market. And I have a very nice trade setup which I want to take. Let me put this one. Yes. It's pretty annoying, the sound. Yes, sorry for that. But a really nice setup I want to take actually here in a live stream over on Blowfin. So we're gonna dive right away in that one to also show you the transparency I want to give to you because yeah, I'm a person who can really trade and yeah, you can really follow my trades and make money off that one. But first of all, let's dive into Bitcoin in general and the general crypto market because I think that is one of the first things you want to look out for. If you are trading altcoins, you really want to have a Bitcoin chart looking very nice because if Bitcoin or the total market cap looks terrible, you don't want to get into altcoins, right? So for now, this one is a chart I also shared in my daily live update video and also on my Twitter or X. And this is a really strong support line we have currently right here. And if you look, then we see every time we touch, here we had a 15% move towards the upside. We touched it right here and we got a 11% move towards the upside. Here we touched it again and we got a 9% move towards the upside. And exactly that is what we have been seeing right now. 2 times actually we touched the line. And we didn't got a move towards the upside yet. But if we expect a move of approximately 9%, that will mean that we will pump towards 120k Bitcoin. And I think that's a pretty good confluence right here. And this is a really strong support level. Of course, if we lose support, it's a really big scenario that we will have some downwards movement. So that's also the scenario you want to anticipate on to get that retest. If you break it towards the downside, you could also short that one. But that's for now not the case, and I think we're pretty bullish. We got some, yeah, a little pullback towards the downside after we saw that all-time high. And that isn't really bad, in my opinion, because that's pretty normal to get something of some downwards movement, because people are taking profit at all-time highs, of course. And yeah, that's pretty healthy to do so. So yeah, that looks very bullish here. And let's grab some other charts here. Also, this major support zone, if you look at this support zone and all resistance zone, then it's pretty strong what we are seeing right now, because we set a new all-time high right here, and then we got to move down from off this zone. Then we got a new all-time high right here, and we saw that move down again immediately. After that, we also got resistance right here. So we knew that if we touch this level right here, then we would have some resistance towards the downside. And that's exactly what we saw here. But then we pumped hard above it. So we broke this resistance line and turned it into support. And now it acts like really good support here. Because you see prices jumping from off this support zone. And that is something that is pretty good to see, in my opinion. And it's pretty strong, because if you look, people are buying actually. And that's something we can see on this wick here. It was a pretty strong buy momentum towards the upside from off this zone. So that means that people are buying it in this zone, which is a pretty important thing to see after you broke resistance and retested it. So that's something you really want to keep in mind. And also this one and this resistance and all the analysis I'm doing right now, I already shared it on X. So if you want to be up to date every day, you can follow me over on X and yeah, see all those setups right here, because this one actually we talked about it. I shared in the morning, and that's you will be always up to date here, so that's pretty good. Also, we have a WOP community which you could join, so that's also pretty nice, and we are working on it to get it perfectly fine here. And when it's completely done, you can join the WOP community, and yeah, I will share all my trades, all my analysis I am doing right there, so you will never miss a move again, and you will always get some alpha, which I don't post on X on YouTube, so it's pretty fine here. So this is yeah, for me it's really bullish here, and yeah, it is strong. You can say it's strong when you have such a wick like this bouncing off support towards the upside. So that's a pretty good sign here. And for all of you who are watching, you can ask some altcoin chart suggestions in the chat, of course, and we will take that one yeah, immediately, so you can watch your favorite altcoins C and TA, so you know if you want to open a trade on it or not, or even want to buy it spot or not. So if you want to do so, don't anticipate to not ask the question here. So this is a pretty bullish chart, of course, and we have some more bullish chart, because in my opinion, every chart I am watching right now about Bitcoin or about a other coin, or the total market cap, or USDT dominance, etc., all of them are bullish. And that's something I talked about in the daily update video this morning as well, that yeah, it seems so pretty good in my opinion. Let's grab some charts. Yeah, this one is also something that I posted on my X channel, because for the people who don't know the real technical stuff of trading, that's also fine. But if you want to know learn something, what we can see right here is we had a low, then we had a lower high from off this point, and then we broke this low. So that means that this is your lower low. And for the people who don't know, if you make a lower low, the thing you can expect here is that that you expect to go down even further. But after that, we saw a higher high towards the upside here. And that is something you really want to look out for. And then you want to make a higher low again. And that's exactly what we saw. But let's dive right away, because I see the markets are pumping a bit. Let's dive right away in H-bar. Yeah, it pumps. That's not pretty nice, because I wanted to open a trade on this one. But let's scale into H-bar right now, here live on YouTube. We don't have the best entry here, but it's fine. Let me put in 6 leverage, and yeah, we have a pretty bad entry here probably, but I want to scale in this one. So yeah, I want to get into the trade, and probably we're dumping here. But yeah, when we dump, I want to add more to this trade. But if we do bump further from off here, then I don't want to miss out from. I want to allocate 30k in this trade with a 6x leverage. So that means that we will be 180k long in H-bar. And let me put this one up. If we drop in this live stream, I will add more to the position. So so yeah, this is a piece of transparency here, because I'm literally opening this trade live over on YouTube. And yeah, let's see how this one plays out. So let me get the H-bar chart here. Yeah, it was pretty bad, because I literally wanted to open a trade right over here, but I wanted to be transparent to you guys, and I wanted to open it live on stream. So I didn't open it right here, and I wanted to, But yeah, I want to be honest with you and open it really live on live stream. So that's the case. And yeah, let's manage this position right here. And also let's dive right away into the H-bar chart here. Because yeah, I think this one is set to explode here. Otherwise I wouldn't open a trade, of course. But yeah, let's dive right away into it here. Let me open a MACD first. So that's also a pretty high confluence we have right here. First of all, let me do this one like this. First of all, if we look at the price, and that's some structure points we have right here, we can see that we actually are in a bullish structure because we're making new higher highs all over again. And we're making new higher lows all over again. So that's a pretty good signal that you are in an uptrend. So first of all, trading with the trend is exactly what you want because it's way easier to trade with the trend than against the trend. And we see that the trend is up right here because we're making new higher highs, new higher lows. So it's way easier to open a long here than short the market because the trend is up. Then when we do so, we saw that we are creating a really big support line on the lower side here. And that's exactly what happened is we dumped exactly on that support line and we saw support here. So that is confluence number one. So you don't want to open a trade with one confluence, of course. This is confluence number one we have right there. And you can see the position right here. So yeah, you can watch here. I opened the position live. I thought about it, but my webcam was in front of it. But so you can see the position. So that was a high confluence you had right here that we are bouncing from off support. Then we are in a megaphone pattern, how they call it, and we have resistance on the top side. What you expect next if you are in a megaphone pattern and touch the lower side here is that the price will move towards resistance above. If we do see that one, that means that we open a trade with a 6x leverage and we expect at least 20% pump towards the upside. So that means that we make 120% on this trade and I am planning to enter it with 30k. So that means that we literally make 36k on this trade here live. So that's exactly what I want to be seeing here. That's confluence number one. If we go at the 4-hour time frame, we see also that we came into this level and made a double bottom. That's a pretty good sign in my opinion. The thing you want to do right now, because I'm not scaling into this trade fully because I want to see certain things happen. I want to see this high getting broken and retested because then we broke the structure towards the upside. And that's exactly what you want to be seeing. So now I'm entering to be just in a trade. If it pumps from here and never come back, then it's fine because I am in it with a small amount of money. And if we see structure do the thing I want to see, I will add way more to this trade and ride it all the way towards the upside because we have way more potential towards the upside towards the than towards the downside. So yeah, downside is probably 12k of 12%. The downside you can see right here. So that's where I based off my leverage, and we're in 4k right now. So I really hope to see that price will do what I want to do right here and get that pullback in any time soon. So that's confluence number 2 because the trend is up. That was 1. We had major support. That was 2. And actually the double bottom was number 3. So we have 3 confluence right now to enter this trade. Then the 4th one is coming in right now because if you look at the 6-hour time frame, we currently see that we are flipping the MACD, or we are seeing a golden cross towards the upside here, and that is a pretty important thing to see. Also on the 4-hour we already had him, but 8-hour is also flipping bullish closely here. But if you look at the past on H-bar here, we can see that every time the MACD turned a golden cross in at support, that happened 3 times, We saw the first time when it happened, we had support, we flipped the MACD crossover to golden, to bullish, and we saw a 27% pump towards the upside. The second time, also on support here, MACD was crossing over and we saw a pump of 33%. And exactly the thing is happening right now. We are at support. The golden cross is happening, flipping bullish. That means we expect exactly the same like we did in the past. So that's another big confluence number 4, that we will see upwards momentum over on H-bar. And yeah, that are the 5 confluences why I'm entering this trade right here. And like I've said, I certainly want to see some things, because if we break this high, that's confluence number 6 for me to open such a bigger trade here, because that's exactly what I want to see. So if that happens, you can expect that I will be scaling into this trade very big, because we're in it with 4K only right now. And yeah, we will ride this one very big towards the upside. And also that double bottom here confirmed, that is pretty good. So that's exactly why I'm opening this H-bar position here live. If you have any questions about what I'm currently doing or why I'm stepping into certain trades, yeah, please let me know in the comments, because I hope you can learn from it, or also take this trade as well and make some big amount of money here. And for the people who want to know where I'm trading over on Blowfin. It's a pretty nice exchange, to be really honest, to trade with. Big leverage, very much altcoins you can trade. So that's exactly what you want. And let me first of all put a TP in here for the case that we have a massive pump. Right over here. Yeah, you can see that my TP is only 3.8k here, and I'm planning to make way more on this trade. So I hope it comes back and put me in a little bit of drawdown here, so I can open more or put more money in this trade. So this is a really nice trade, and I'm really curious to see how it's playing out. And also, of course, oh, Bitcoin is breaking out right here. Bitcoin is literally pushing towards the upside. This is pretty important, and I talked about this in my update video. When we break out towards the upside, which we are doing right now, we literally wait for that pullback to pump towards the upside. So let's see what will happen when we close this, because we need to close the wick towards the upside to avoid fake outs. But that will happen in approximately 40 minutes here. So we will be live then as well, which maybe is a second setup you can open up your trades in. Also, let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is also pushing towards the upside, which will also can cause, we are currently at the resistance line, but if we break above here, we will break out of the head and shoulders pattern. And that head and shoulders pattern will cause a really big pump towards the upside, because we can easily pump through 3k here on Ethereum. So that's pretty bullish. So we got some volatility again, which is pretty good to see. And literally so many chances we can do right here, because I will be opening a Bitcoin trade or Ethereum trade when we actually break out of it. And when we actually do break out of it, yeah, I will be opening a trade right there. So I'm pretty curious to see what will happen, what price will do. And yeah, if it happens, we are literally making bank here live on YouTube, because we're literally sharing these trades live. Also, Ethereum is looking pretty good. Also, if we open this chart over on Ethereum, that calls also a big breakout anytime soon. Yeah, if we break the top side here alive on Ethereum, then we have such high confluence that we will see 3K Ethereum within hours maybe. Because that one will go fast if we break out of this pattern. So pretty good to see some extra right here. Ethereum is looking very, very bullish with Bitcoin too. So let's jump into the totals. And I call it totals because, yeah, it's the total market cap value of the whole crypto market and also the market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, yeah, totals looks good as well, of course, because we saw some massive support zone right here and we respected it very, very nice. Of course, we had resistance here on the top side. Every time when we broke out of it, we retested it perfectly. And also here we touched it perfectly and we saw buying momentum because a wick such like this means that people are stepping into the markets. And that's exactly what you want to be seeing. So also here we're close to a new high getting made here. Of course, we have some action right here. We don't see the all-time highs here yet, but yeah. Of course, we do want to take some levels in consideration, and I think this is a big level to take in consideration for a maybe pullback towards the downside, or at least some resistance we can have right here. But also with this one, if we break towards the upside, when we got that retest, then we are pretty bullish on the total market cap. And when that happens, that means that Bitcoin also have new all-time highs here. And we are in price discovery on the total market cap and in the crypto market cap, in the total and on Bitcoin, sorry. So that's pretty bullish for now. And also the structure looks pretty nice here on the total market cap. We tested everything we needed. Look at this. This was a range where we were sitting in for months and we broke above it. We perfectly retested it before we went up. And that's exactly what you want to be seeing right here. If you break above it, which is resistance for now. So we make it red. But if you do see a breakout towards the upside here, you really want to see that retest because that's a pretty high confluence trade also. And it's a pretty bullish signal when you test, when you break your high and test it back before going towards the upside. So that's exactly what you want to be seeing here on the total market cap. And it's pretty bullish as well here, of course. And also here, the structure looks pretty nice. Almost exact the same. Yeah, it is actually exact the same as Bitcoin. But we're currently seeing upwards momentum on the total market cap as well. So let's dive into the total 2 market cap. So that's a very important one for altcoins. And that one has some tougher time, of course, because yeah, we are currently sitting not the half of the move when we saw the pump towards the upside, but yeah, look at this chart. Every time when it breaks out, it literally goes vertical. So that's something I'm expecting right over here. When the total 2 market cap is actually turning, altcoins will go fast, really fast towards the upside, and that's yeah, a pretty good thing. But first, for now, we actually need to break this resistance towards the upside here. That's really what you want to be seeing. But also here, if you look at the structure, then if we break this high, we are breaking structure towards the upside. So that's exactly what you want to be seeing here. So I don't think altcoins are really doing bad here. I think altcoins are pretty bullish over here. Because when the total 2 market cap really turns around, it goes really fast. Like I've been saying right here, it was literally in days and it pumped up massively. And if you're not positioned in altcoin yet, then you're missing out. You're missing out pretty hard here. And the total 3 market cap, yeah, the total 3 market cap looks so clean. So clean, because look at this cup and handle pattern here. It's playing out almost perfectly if we do break the neckline, which is right here. Which is also acting as resistance for now. But you actually want to break this one towards the upside. So this one is so bullish. If this one breaks out, we will have the biggest altcoin season we've ever seen. Because, yeah, price targets of this pattern are literally trillions. Literally trillions. So that one looks, yeah, very, very bullish. Also here the structure is pretty nice towards the upside. And now what you really want to be seeing is a gain of this level. So also we can see something like a momentum squeeze here. Not really clear, but we can see price is squeezing a little bit with the lows and the highs, and that will cause for a massive breakout to either the upside or either the downside. So that's really important to look out for. And when altcoins goes, they go very, very hard. And I'm really hoping that this Ace bar trade is turning down. Let me refresh here over on Blowfin, because I really want to entering in this trade. So please calm down. That will be very, very nice. Let me get the chart in on Bitcoin here. Obviously, it was the last one I clicked. It's always the same. So we're currently seeing a breakout, but that's why I call it here. Please make sure to wait for that gain. Or yeah, wait for the candle close, because usually on the top side we see yeah, a lot of fake outs here. And when we see that fake outs, you don't want to enter the trade, because that is something. If we really see a fake out right here towards the upside, then you're usually expecting to go the other way. So I'm not hoping that this one is a fake out, because that means that we will go the other way around here. So sorry for checking the trade so much, because I really hope that H bar is pulling back to open a much bigger position I have right now, because I really wanted to open it with, first of all, 10k, and I opened it with only 4k, so that's pretty bad to see here. That's pretty bad to see. Yeah, this chart looks really, really bullish in my opinion. Also, which is a pretty important thing here, when you literally are consolidating above or after you set a new all-time high, that's a pretty bullish sign, because everyone is taking profit. And when price stays at the same levels, that means that buyers and sellers are equal to each other. So there are exactly the same people buying than selling. So when someone sells and all the people are buying, that means that the other side is more bullish. And that's exactly what we are seeing right now, because price is moving up. That means that there are more buyers in the market than sellers, which is a pretty good sign to see after a all-time high. So people are even at all-time highs interesting to buy Bitcoin. And that's exactly what you want to see. Also, let me check the Bitcoin dominance here and also dive into the USDT dominance. Yeah, it's literally, and everyone is talking about this chart a lot lately, because it's so important to look at it, look for this chart. But yeah, everyone is waiting for an alt season, but I really think here that if we actually see that spike towards this resistance line, or even now maybe, we have that retest of this old support level. When this thing drops towards the downside, it will go fast. And I mean very fast there. It is maybe like this. This dumps. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Such a fast move, like this one. When alt season starts, when you missed an entry or flipping your altcoins, right here on the top, you would have missed out of massive gains. So that's why we are currently looking at these charts. Yeah, and this one is currently very, very bullish if you ask it to me. Maybe we can draw the line like this. Yeah, we didn't have the clear resistance here, but when we do see so, I am literally now, this is your last chance for me to flip into altcoins. And that's why I also want to be opening altcoins position, because I really think alt season is around the corner. And when we see so, prices will surge massively here on altcoins. And that's exactly what you want, of course. So this chart is so bearish, in my opinion. When I saw this chart over on Bitcoin, I would have shorted easily, because yeah, it looks so bearish. So also on the Bitcoin dominance, it looks so bearish. So that's exactly what you want to be seeing, right? Also, ETH dominance is going up here, which is also a pretty good sign. So a nice surge towards the upside. So maybe it's better to get the ETH Bitcoin chart here. Yes, here. We are also seeing a pump right over that. So that means that people are more interested in buying Ethereum now than Bitcoin. So people are buying more Ethereum than Bitcoin at this moment, which is a pretty good sign here. And that's also the ETH Bitcoin chart is really important to signify when a alt season starts or when it's over. And also, if you look at this, and how we are currently playing out the market, let me set this over on the monthly time frame. Sorry that it isn't that clean here, but this is the week of accumulation, and this is exactly what we see right now. And now we are way oversold, of course. I think everyone can see that in the chart right now, that yeah, ETH is so undervalued compared to Bitcoin. And yeah, when we see that surge, we will have a massive pump towards the upside. So I'm really bullish on ETH over here. And this is exactly the accumulation zone you want to accumulate your Ethereum in. Because when that market phase comes, right here, then you're too late, because it will go very, very fast. And you already have flipped a certain amount of your Bitcoin over on Ethereum. So that's why I'm also planning to open a trade over on Ethereum when it actually happens here. Because I think Ethereum will pump harder than Bitcoin. But for now, we are having resistance on the neckline, which we really want to be broken. Sorry for this one. Let me make it small, so when I forgot it, you will see more of the charts here. So that's exactly what you want to be seeing, and I'm really hoping to see it, because I really want to open a trade over on Ethereum and run it the whole alt season, when it actually happens, of course. So let's look also at the USDT dominance here. So people, for the people who don't know what the USDT dominance is, I'm posting about it a few times right now, and also over on YouTube on the daily update videos. I talked about this chart pretty much, because I think it's so important to look out for this chart, because the USDT dominance signifies the dominance of USDT in the whole crypto market. So the percentage of USDT, so stable coins in the market. And of course you want to see this chart goes down, because if the dominance of the stable coins isn't that high, that means that the money is flowing into crypto. So also I shared this chart over on X here. So if you want to see every day the updates here, please make sure to follow me over on X. Let me check. Yeah, it's here over here. And that's the chart I have right here, and I'm gonna explain it, of course. Because every time when the USDT dominance dropped and got a consolidation phase, when we broke that, we saw a massive dump towards the downside. Of course, here we saw a dump towards the downside. We ranged and we broke the low and we saw a massive move towards the downside. That's exactly what we were seeing right here. We had a move down, a pretty big move, and we consolidated here. And we're expecting a big move down as well right now. And that will search for massive money inflow into the crypto markets here. So that's exactly what you want to be seeing. So all these charts I'm discussing right now literally only screaming bullish things. And that's exactly what you want to see. Every chart I'm looking at is pretty bullish here. And also I think this is pretty bullish as well. Because if we look at this chart graph right over here, this chart signifies the losses, the number of people that are in Bitcoin and are in a loss or in a profit. So what can we see right here? We can see that today, or even yesterday, of course, but only 0.44% of the people who bought Bitcoin are actually in a loss here. And that means that 99.54% or 56% is in profit. And that's pretty bullish to see. That's pretty bullish to see. And yeah, in the past things were other, because here were 50% who bought Bitcoin in a loss. Here 58% who were in a loss, 70%, and here even 85% of people who bought Bitcoin were in a loss. So it's pretty good to see that everyone who is buying Bitcoin is actually in profit. That's pretty good to see here. So that's a pretty nice chart. And also, that's the wrong one. I was talking about the video this morning here, and I also tweeted, of course, about it. And exactly what I expected to happen happened. We saw a liquidity above us, and I literally said here live over X, we have seen this play out before, this setup screaming a breakout, and that's exactly what we are seeing right here, because we saw that pump towards the liquidity exactly happen here. And that's also what I discussed in my update video this morning. We pumped exactly to that zone. It's pretty important. So now I really want to see what will happen next with Bitcoin. But also this pump towards the liquidity is exactly what we predicted. Live over on X and live over on YouTube. So please make sure to follow me over there, because yeah, you literally get free updates every single day, and there are literally right every single time. So yeah, please make sure to do that and help yourself out as well. Okay, I really want to see the straight go in drawdown for entering it with more money, because I'm not really really happy with my entry. This is a really good entry here. Let me mark the lines where also you can get in the markets. Yeah, these are the levels I really want to be looking to add more if it happens. I don't really want to see price coming to these lows, because I think then they will be seen as liquidity and you will take them out. That's not what I want to be seeing here. Yeah, I hope we will see some drawdown in this this stream as well. That will be very nice here. So also for you guys, if you have any questions about or suggestions about altcoin charts where I really need to look for, then yeah, let them know. Yeah, and also this is not the first trade I'm opening, of course, which I talked about on my X channel, because let me search for it here in a minute. Because I called a TIA trade over on YouTube and over on X. If I can see it. Let me check here. I literally posted the chart and the trade I took exactly like predicted, like this one. Look. So this was where I entered the trade, and I'm gonna post the setup post. I'm of course getting I want to search it here, but this was where I bought into the trade. I scaled into the trade, and this is when I sold. It was literally the top here. It was literally the top, because after this we dropped further towards the downside. And that's literally what I called. And it was good for a 12.1%, 12k USDT in profit, and realized P&L of 60% with only a 4x leverage. So it was a pretty big trade here. Pretty big trade. And I am looking for the setup right now. I literally called here. Look at this. This was when I posted about it. Tia just confirmed the textbook megaphone pattern. Volatility is loading and breakout potential is huge. I'm opening a massive 100k position right now. This could be the setup everyone talks about next week. And that was when the chart was right this. And that was exactly how it played out, because this was the chart the day after. So this was how the chart looked the day after I called it, literally live over on my X channel and over on my YouTube channel. And I closed it here around these points and made 12k. So I think it's a pretty nice salary. I think it's a pretty nice salary here. And even if you followed me, you could have taken this trade. And obviously, if you really look at these charts here, I think let me get the H-bar chart in right here, because I really think these charts look very familiar to each other. Sorry, get me the bars in. Oh no, that's wrong one. The candles here. If we look how these things, let me move this one. I think they are pretty much the same. Let me get the daily in here, because then we have the same time frames as well. These are literally familiar to each other. It's literally familiar. So I really think that my H-bar trade will go pretty good here. Let me check if we have some drawdown. I hope so. Not yet, but maybe we will see. When this one happens, I'm entering the trade with even more money. So yeah, literally open this position and you see that people are also entering this trade with me. So I literally posted about this trade and people are taking it with me, and we've made a big amount of money here, because I made 12k on that trade. It was literally transparent. I also showed the live trade open in my daily updates video. So you would have known that I was in a profit and I have called it. So please make sure to follow me over on X, never miss a move again. Also on FED, I didn't took this trade by myself because I was in the TIA trade as well here. But I posted about this literally before The real pump happened. I posted about this with Fed is breaking out of a massive falling wedge. This is one of the most explosive patterns I've ever seen in crypto. Momentum is shifting. Fast price surge is imminent. I literally said that fast price surge was imminent. And that's exactly what we saw because I posted about this literally on this candle. And afterwards, we saw a pump of approximately 20% towards the upside. So I called this trade literally, and you could have taken it. And when you took it, would have made a lot of money here. So please make yourself it way easier to just follow me over on X and never miss these moves again, because I literally gave you 2 setups, and the third setup I'm entering right here. I'm in it right now. And if you followed it, you would have made a big amount of money. And that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want here. And I'm tweeting about the trade I'm entering right now also. But I really wanted to open it live over on stream because I want to have that transparency to you guys that I really can trade and that we are really making bank here. Live. And I hope this one really goes down here. So I hope you're convinced to, yeah, and trust me with my technical analysis, because I'm not talking shit about charts. I'm trading for 6 years now, and I'm 20 right now, and I started when I was 16. And now it's time to make bank and money together. So it would be pretty nice. Would be pretty nice. Let me grab some altcoins here. Let me grab some altcoins. So the TIA, that was exactly the trade I took. It was here, but when I posted about this trade, this low didn't happen really on the lower side here. So it was pretty bad because I was in the trade, yeah, too early. Because this was the trade you would have took, which was 100% sure here. And that's exactly what you want. But TIA is looking bullish here again, bro. This is also a trade setup you really could have take, in my opinion. Let me check here. It was a quite big dump here. It was nasty. It was really nasty. So let me check. Yeah, Trump coin. I will discuss it, but yeah, this chart is literally wrecked. Yeah. Do you really want to be scaling into this one? I really don't know. If you know the tokenomics about the Trump coin, I really want to discuss it really short here. But the tokenomics about this coin is literally when the token gets older, more tokens got released towards the outside. So that means that this was really a hype coin. So the hype goes out of the coin and there will be more coins dropping into the market. So that is literally a sign that you will go to zero in a matter of time when those tokens unlock. So this is not what you want to be buying here. But if you really want to do so, I think this support zone is a pretty convenient level here to scale into your Trump coin. If you really want to do so. Fundamental, yeah, I'm not buying this shit coin, to be really honest. But yeah, for a nice trade, this isn't a bad trade setup, I think. If you trade it towards the upside here. Looks like we're in a range. And if you could trade it towards the upside, you will have really nice trade right here. So that's for Trump coin. Yeah, the thing, it's pretty, yeah, pretty straightforward here. If we drop, this is maybe a zone where you want to be looking for. But if you lose that one, you will go down to $8, I think. And I obviously think that we won't get to old levels here. There is no way Trump will hit old levels of approximately $70 here, because the tokenomics is so shit that this one needs to go to zero with the tokenomics they've made. So yeah, not really fair, but yeah, what do you want to do? And for trading, it's of course it's pretty nice here, because yeah, you're currently at a zone. Yes, this one is dropping. Let me now scale in with 8% even more, like this. Okay, we're in it with 6K right now, but I really want to see it drop to these levels to scale in even more. You can see the trade. That's pretty annoying. So we're in it with 6K here. This is your own money. And this is your total position. So this total position is 6 times this, for the people who don't know. I'm really curious to see what this one is doing. It would be very nice to make a big amount of money of this one, because I literally called it live. And for the people, that's some thing that's pretty important to know. I have my TP right here, but I'm probably closing it around this level here. Because, and that's something I really can explain, I really want to hop in other trades, because I really want to flip into trades very fast. So I really want to see what we are doing here and make some quick gains and not ride it all the way to these top levels. That's not where I'm looking for right now. That's my spot positions, because I bought some spot H bar today as well. And that are positions I really want to ride out, because I'm more like an intraday trader, and yeah, maybe I probably have average open trades of 3 days, so not really swing trading. I don't want to be swing trading called. It's not really swing trading, I think. So let's dump into some more altcoins here. I think I really want to look at ADA here, because yeah, ADA is just a different coin. It how it moves here in the market. And for now, also what we can see here, and which is pretty important, because you'll hear me talk about structure pretty much here, because it's really important to know about structures. And also here on ADA, the structure looks pretty good here. And what you expect here is to gain this level at least. And when you expect that one, you will also be in a profit of 10% if you enter the market right now. So pretty good to see here. Let me do some further analysis. Also, we hit that support zone again, which is pretty nice. So right over here, here, it provides as support. Let me make it green because it's support. And we got here resistance on the top side as well. If we just filter this fake out. So also here, it isn't a bad moment to open up your trades, to be really honest, because yeah, it's probably a 30% pump that's gonna happen over on ADA. So it's pretty nice here. Structure looks good, pretty bullish, and has some upwards momentum, because you don't want to open long positions here, obviously, and you really want to open trades when the markets really dump towards the downside, and that's exactly what we have been seeing here in the past days over on ADA as well. So there are many chances in the market. Let me check on though. Yeah, Ondo, what I really want to see on Ondo right now, because also here we have some kind of like, all the altcoins are pretty much doing the same here. Here we can draw something like a megaphone pattern as well. So that's why I call all the altcoins are doing exactly the same here. Also here, it's a pretty good moment to buy some Ondo if you really want to. Of course, you need to do your own research into the project itself, because I'm really looking technical to it right now. And of course, I know some data of Ondo and what they are doing, etc. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that right now. So you need to do your own research on that one. And yeah, but it isn't a bad time to scale into here right now, to be really honest. So yeah, we see that most altcoins and the crypto market overall are so bullish that I really want to be looking for what's gonna happen in the upcoming days or weeks. So let me check some messages over here. Yes. So that's pretty bullish. If you have any suggestions, please dump them into the chat, of course, because that's exactly when I will be entering search. Ton also, it's a pretty nice project. Also there, if you don't know what Ton is doing, please make sure to do your own analysis on it fundamentally. But what we're currently seeing is that, yeah, we are losing support here. And that's pretty nasty to see, because for the people who don't know, Ton is just a other project than all the other coins, because usually in the bear market, Ton is performing pretty well, because Ton is doing something with transactions, and that will go through in the bear market. But for now, we see that, yeah, it isn't looking that bullish here. To be really honest, you lost support here. You are currently losing your low. It's a really sketchy one to trade it. Of course, if you are a long-term holder of Ton, it's a pretty good moment to buy in. Because if you look at how low we are standing right now, when you was interested in Ton right here, yeah, it's obviously a good buy here. But if you are trading it, then I will wait for the resistance here. The red resistance line is getting broken and move towards the upside. That's exactly how you want to anticipate on it. So that's what I want to be seeing here. Let's dump into Solana. And for all those people who don't really know, I also have a WOP community where we discuss all these charts as well and all the major trade chances. And that's exactly what you want, because I'm literally opening trades live here over on YouTube, but I'm literally posting the trades in the WOP community, so you never miss a move again. And that's what you really want to be doing here. And also, if you really want to trade over on Blowfin, that is possible, of course. There is a link in the description of this live stream where you can sign up over on Blowfin. It's a pretty good exchange. They have so much altcoins to trade. So and big leverage on altcoins as well, because you have over to 50%, 50x leverage over on H-bar here. So you can open very big positions, and that's pretty. That's exactly what you want if you are a profitable trader, because you're really convinced you're gonna win with trading, and if you can't push your money in, you want to put in. That's pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Let me grab some other altcoins here as well. Let's dive into SUI. SUI. Yeah, for the people who don't know, also today has came out that they are working on a SUI ETF, and that's why prices pump towards the upside here. So they are planning to make a SUI ETF, which will of course be very bullish for SUI, of course. And it looks like we're breaking resistance here, which is very bullish on SUI. This trades with the fundamental news over on SUI. Look, what we saw here, we saw these consolidation periods, and also on this wick and dump here, SUI was hacked. So there was 11 million stolen from meme coins on the SUI chain. So that was a pretty bad news, of course, for SUI, and that's why they dumped. But it is a really big deal here for SUI when they got hacked. Of course, it's not good, but 11 million on the chain, that's just a very small piece of the whole chain. And it was pure panic selling here. And we tapped exactly in this order block here, in this buying zone, and pumped up. This is also, yeah, bro. I'm literally looking and scanning out through the markets, and every time I see, oh, this is a nice setup, this is a nice setup as well, this is nice, but I can't take them all, of course. Let me check here. I'm really want to open SUI trade here maybe as well, because we're bullish and we have some bullish news, and fundamentally I think, yeah, that hack was overreacted here, really overreacted, and we're breaking exactly resistance again here, and we're retesting it. So what we expect next is of course that move towards the upside. Exactly. So yeah, I do really want to wait for Ethereum to break out. If that happens, I'm opening an Ethereum trade as well here. So that will look like this, where we break above it and we retest it. That is exactly when I want to enter this Ethereum trade as well. So then I have one big coin and also a smaller coin. So I'm not betting on one coin. That's pretty smart to do. Yeah, and like, maybe you think for us, this guy is only bullish on crypto, and he never says it goes down, but that's not really the case. I'm literally looking very clearly to the crypto market, and when I see crypto dumps and I see some bearish things, I will say that as well. But that's not the case right now, because I think every chart I'm clicking through is pretty bullish. And of course, the Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance are bearish, but that's exactly what you want to be seeing here. And also on crypto, and everyone is talking about this, but it's pretty important to talk about this, because it's literally the United States, and we can get the other trade, the other China in as well. We're literally, the US is printing money like, yeah, like something we don't know what they are doing, because look at this. The past month here, past months and years, how many money they have been printing out of thin air, literally with no reason. They are printing like it's nothing, and they don't stop. They will keep going. And that's exactly what Bitcoin is not about. It's making more of it. No, 21 million Bitcoin, that's it. And that will cause for a shock supply in the future. And I'm calling it right now. That will happen. That will happen. So yeah, this is, every time I watch at this chart like this, so look at the M2 and the CNN2. Yeah, I'm literally laughing because people are working for money, which they print. So they are printing money, and people are happy to work for the money they can print out of thin air. It's not fair. It's literally not fair, and the economy, it's not happy with it as well, of course. So I literally sometimes I open this chart and I'm just laughing that how much they're printing without any reason. They're not knowing what they are doing, and it will get out of hand. Of course, it already is out of hand. They don't know how to fix this anymore. So yeah, I think if you really want to, if you really need to explain Bitcoin to someone, please, you need to open this chart and explain them what these charts are and why it's so bad that these charts go up massively. And when you do so, they will understand Bitcoin. Look at this chart. Really, if you could invest in this, the China money supply, it's incredible. You never saw a pullback. Literally never saw a pullback. Also in the United States, of course, we saw a little pullback here, but if this was a crypto coin, you would have made so much money. And that's exactly what's happening by the government of China and US right now. It's literally a money printer. Literally a money printer. That's, yeah, pretty good to see for them. But yeah, it's literally incredible that it's so easy to print money and people are working for it and putting that time in to get the money they can literally print. They literally do one button click and they have more money. So yeah, it's not fair, but we can't do anything about it. Or yeah, we can literally, and that's not really backing the dollar here. So if we say we're done with the dollar and everyone's buying Bitcoin, the dollar will be worthless. And Bitcoin will be pretty expensive here, and that's exactly what we want to be seeing. Let me check the DXY here. So that's the dollar currency index. Yeah, it's so bad when Trump started the presidential. We dropped really hard. And this is something, let me check. I live in Europe as well. Here. So if you look at the Euro USD chart, in the last months, from of January when Trump entered the White House, we gained 11% buying power against America. So for the people who don't know how this works, oh, sorry. Our money, we don't have more money here. But our buying power against America is increasing pretty much here. So that means that, yeah, if we buy things that are made in America, it is cheaper for us to buy them, actually. And yeah, the dollar is losing its value slowly here. And I don't really think it stops. Because if you look technical to this dollar, because this is also an index you can analyze here, we had this support zone, which was pretty important in the past. We had support right here. 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 Here. But now we are currently seeing that we are rejecting it. And that's exactly what I want to be seeing when I open a trade. We break support and we retest it and we go further towards the downside. That's exactly what we are seeing on the DXY right now. So that will probably mean that the dollar will drop to these levels. And that's a dump of approximately 13% and 50% probably. So yeah, dollar losing its value and Bitcoin against the dollar is going up. So in the past months, yeah, your best option was to have Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin. And also, if you look at gold as well, of course, um, then you will see that gold exploded, literally exploded. But the only thing with gold is that everyone says that gold is that there is not much supply of gold. But um, the problem with gold is that they say that the gold supply is very low, but actually you can't know because I can literally dig in my garden and find 100 kilos of gold. Then there will be the supply will be way bigger. So you don't know how much gold is in the ground. Maybe they found tomorrow 100,000 kilo of gold. Then gold will be worthless. So they say the supply is limited, but they don't know it. They say it because it's right now limited, but you don't know in the future if it's limited. And of course, it could be possible that they never find new gold, and then the supply is pretty good. But that's literally gambling to say right now that they're not gonna find any gold. And on Bitcoin, we don't need to gamble about the supply because we know how much the supply is, and it never can be more worth. So that's exactly what you want. And for the people who want to learn about supply and demand, that's literally important in life. If you are entrepreneur, asking supply is pretty important. But also with trading and investing, it's pretty important to know about supply and demand. So let me check some altcoins again. And after that, if you don't have any suggestions here, then we're gonna wrap up the stream. And I hope you're fully updated about the raw crypto market. And let's get a link here. Daily time frame. Yeah, this was really nice and a trade I missed. But also, if you look at link, chain link right here, we have that same structure at every altcoin. And this structure I really like because if I look at the past, this is a really bullish structure here. So yeah, link is looking good as well. And also we got exactly the same, like all the other altcoins. We got that support line. I'll make it green. Let me make it green, yeah. And we saw that support line, and we saw exactly tapping that support line here 4 times. And we're bouncing from it right now. And we saw the pump towards the upside. Exactly the same as we're seeing on other altcoins. So this is pretty nice. And you really expect that price even goes to this level. Or even break above it. But if you entered here, you would have made 14% of your trade, which is already pretty nice. So for now, yeah, Chainlink is a really good buy. Also the project, but also we're standing at a really important price level right now. And I really think that Chainlink will go way higher this bull market, like these highs. And if you buy in here, yeah, that's a pretty nice game, if you ask it to me. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish on Chainlink. If you want to open or enter a trade over there, it's a pretty high confluence trade. And you can also open them over on Blowfin because Link is a really hot trading pair here. And the volume is always pretty high on Blowfin because it's one of the biggest exchanges at the moment. So the volume is pretty high and you can open up your trades here pretty easy. And over on Chainlink you have 50 leverage as well. So I think that's pretty bullish. Pretty bullish on this exchange. So yeah, I'm thinking of wrapping up the stream here. I hope you're all guys are updated right now. And yeah, like we discussed in the chart, I really think we will have a very bullish week ahead. And I really think that that prices will surge really fast there because it's so bullish what we're currently seeing right now. Yeah, and Bitcoin got a perfect retest, not on the hourly. Yeah, this is a really good trade here. If we close above of the retest, it's pretty bullish. And I really think that next week is such a bullish week, and we will pump significantly towards the upside. I really think. So yeah, exciting things ahead. Also, if you look at the total market cap, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, if you look at the USDT dominance, we're so bearish, and that's exactly what we want to see here. So yeah, thank you for tuning into this live stream, and we're currently we literally opened a position here live over on HBAR. Let me jump into the trade right now. So I will keep you updated on this trade live in my daily update videos and over on X. So if you want to be updated about the breakout that is currently happening over on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and how you can trade this and how you can anticipate on this, because we're pumping back again, and I think this is maybe the breakout that we are waiting for right now. You need to make sure to follow me over on X here, and you will never miss a move again, and that's exactly what you want. So please make sure to follow me over there. Please make sure to follow me over on YouTube, because yeah, I'm literally posting daily update videos here, and I discussed everything in a short form content here as well, so you're updated every single day. So yeah, please make sure to follow me over there and never miss a move again. These are really important just to look out for, and pretty nice setups. We talked about a few setups you really could take, which setups I really shared before it happened, and also a live trade and also live setups talked about here. So I think